very pleased. It was a nice turnout. I saw a lot of my AOB clients in the audience and some service providers that I didn't know previously.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, did that kind of go hand in hand with your expectations for the event?
Yes, I think that everyone wanted to know what the new law meant and how can they continue doing business. You have to remember, a lot of the service providers are mom and pop businesses, and they need to know how to continue to make money without assignments of benefits as they were.
And lastly, how do you feel like the crowd received the information? I know from being there yesterday, there was a lot of back and forth because there was concern for the topic, how it was going to affect their businesses.
Well, I think that people in general are nervous and they're scared how it's going to play out. They may not have liked the answer or the answers that we provided, but this is now the law, and if they want to get paid using AOBs, they have to follow the law.
I think that the information was very well received. However, you could tell that there was a lot of concern from all of the participants as to how the day-to-day application of some of the law applications would be. So an example that we talked to somebody about was you have multiple insurance companies and they might each interpret different or even the same portion of the statute in much different ways. So there's a lot of concern about how are you going to have consistency and how are you going to run your business in a practical manner when you might have 4 or 5 different insurance companies addressing one portion of the statute and treating it completely different. And everybody should be right because you need to streamline. How are they going to streamline? It's going to be a little bit of time before we can see any decisions made by the courts as to how they interpret the law. So for a while, I think people just need to be very consistent. And one of the things that we heard last night is that people are confused and really they're trying to understand how they can apply the statute and stay on board within the parameters they've been given.
In the seminar, we covered the Service Providers Toolkit, which includes 4 tools that service providers can use when assessing claims and deciding how it is that they think they can best get paid. The first tool is Join the Claim, which is a direction to pay, and we went into the details about that. The second one is Pre-Approval, which is a bit of a version of a direction to pay. The third that we talked about were assignments of benefits themselves. And then lastly, we talked about claim funding, which is a great new option that's available to many service providers and the actual homeowners. And then after our introductory session where we covered the 4 different tools available, we did a really deep look at the new AOB law itself and saw the implications for insurers, for service providers, and for insureds, and really went into what's necessary to use an AOB effectively today. AOBs, a lot of people think, are just totally out of the box now. We say that AOBs are different but not dead, and we're actually willing to go forward on a lot of AOBs if they're done right.